Welcome, everybody. Oh, yeah. Pay attention to me, not them.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. He likes bloopers, too. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Real Estate Showdown. How this works is we're going to go through a series of questions. We're not going to know the answers. Both of us are going to take a guess at what the answers will be, and we'll reveal them and see who's right. What we'd like you to do is play along, though, without cheating, without advancing on the film. Play along, write down your answers, see how you do on the next episode of Real Estate Showdown. So topic one is guess the year. Since when has Oregon required carbon monoxide detectors to be installed on every floor of homes with potential sources of carbon monoxide, which is going to be an attached garage, a fireplace, or anything that gas supplied to the house? So that's a good one.
Question.
I know. Let's see here. When was it required by law? All right. So
Ready?
you ready? Yes. What do you got?
1, 2, 3.
2014.
2001.
2001. All right. Well, let's see what the answer is.
Oh,
2011.
2011.
Okay.
Nice job.
So again, this is for everybody's safety's sake. The reason to have a carbon monoxide detector is to make sure that there is no carbon, something that you gas it, you cannot even smell. It's going to just knock you out and kill you eventually. So they are required on each level of a house that has an attached garage, gas appliances, or a fireplace of any sorts other than an electric fireplace. So next question is, what year did the U.S. Green Building Council launch the LEED programs for homes?
Oh, man.
Okay, so anybody who wants to know about real green, LEED is the way to go. I am going to say that this was launched in... All right, what do you got?
I got
2004,
2006.
2006. And let's see. The answer is 2008. All right, you got closer than I did. Way to go.
Thank you.
So what do you know about LEED?
I do not know much about LEED, honestly.
So LEED, with energy efficient homes and energy efficient appliances and things like that, to be LEEDs qualified, you'd have to have quite a bit in there, and that's recycled water, recycled pretty much everything. So to become LEEDs qualified for a home, there's very few in the state of Oregon that I am aware of. A lot of them that were built in Portland here was about 2008. There was a whole little development of LEEDs qualified homes. But a lot of the new buildings that are downtown Portland are becoming LEEDs qualified. It's a little bit more costly for it, but again, it's very energy efficient, very recyclable. If you're very eco-friendly, that's the way to go. Otherwise, you can just do Energy Star or that type of home too. So LEEDs is just the prime of being energy efficient. So here we're off to the next question. Hopefully you guys are having fun and playing along and doing good yourself. So what year was radon recognized as a significant home health hazard, leading inspections for its presence in the U.S.? So what year was radon? Did they really start concentrating on this? I am going to say...
Let's say early. Might be too early.
All right, what do you got?
1977.
1990, okay. Now, the reason that I came up with that is because 1978 is when they started doing the lead-based paint. Then after that, they started including in every contract too about radon, the hazards of radon. So I believe that was later than that. Let's see what the answer is. Let's see who was closer. I was only 6 years off. You were seven years off. So that makes me the winner. Yay.
Yay.
So it was around
Good
1984.
job.
Again, lead-based paint was a hazard in 1978. Anything built prior to 1978, you have to be concerned with lead-based paint. Radon, everybody has a different perception of radon. It is the second lung cancer killer in the United States. They believe it does cause lung cancer, but I always tell my clients, unless you've sat somebody in a basement for 20 years and not let them out, and they come out with lung cancer, how have they proven that? But again, it is a concern, especially if you're close to water, and here in the Pacific Northwest. There is a website that you can check just to see what the radon levels could be in your area, and we'll supply that in the comments. So next question is, what year was the Fair Housing Act, which prohibits discrimination in buying, selling, renting, or financing of housing, enacted? That's a tough one because they've modified it quite a few times. But I'm going to, and yes, as your realtor, I should know this. I just know it's in place and we practice it. So, but I'm going to guess the year for that.
What year was the fire? I'm gonna go with 19. Sorry.
Okay, you ready?
Yep,
All
ready.
right, what do you got?
I got 1982.
I got 1964. So let's see when this was. 1968. So
I was gonna
you're
go
getting
with
close.
1968.
You should have. You would have won. Again, fair housing is a big problem. It has been a big problem, being that we have a lot of changes with these with our communities. They get modified every now and then. So rights get changed, and what you can discriminate against and cannot discriminate against is, in fact, by law. And whenever you're selling a house, if you are using a realtor, we have to abide by these. So if you were to say something negative about who you may or may not want to sell your home to, a certain class of people or single female, whatever it may be, we have to step out of it. We can no longer represent you. So if you are using a realtor, we have to abide by the laws of fair housing. So good question. What was your guess? So now we're on to topic number 2, which is where we get to guess the year of construction of a house. So we'll see.
All right.
You probably may know more about this than I do, since you're inspecting houses, getting a little bit closer into it. But let's see how we do on this one.
We'll see.
Root for me, everybody.
Here we go.
All right. So in this house, I am going to guess.
Estimate the year of construction. I am gonna go with, let's see. 19.
All right. Let's see what you come up with.
I got 1954.
I've got 1964, so you're 10 years older than I am. Let's see what the answer is. 1960. Okay. So one thing that you noticed in that one, that they'd probably converted the garage. And usually when it's converted garage, it was a single family home or a single car garage normally. And that's what I've seen a lot of these older homes in Portland, because we here in Oregon don't necessarily park in our garages, so they convert them to get that extra space. So it's probably a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. They made it into 3-bedroom or expanded their living room. So I see a lot of that right around that era. In the 70s, when there was a lot more boom in construction with the baby boomers buying, we already had the 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, or 3-bedroom, 1.5 baths. So when I see that, I automatically thought around 1964. So 1960, I'm close. Good job. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, that is a pretty house. It is nice. It's got that front porch. I always love front porches. So again, it brings you into the community a little bit.
Yes. I'm gonna say this home looks like it's more the cedar shingles on it. That's good. And that big front porch. Ooh, okay. Let's go with 19.
At least updated windows.
It does have updated windows. I'm gonna go with 1995.
95? Okay,
Oh, that's an
1932.
old one.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm thinking it's an old one. We'll find out.
1909.
Oh, I was
Okay,
off.
wow, I
You
was
know,
way off.
I was going to guess a little bit older too. So what made you think that it was that long?
I think just the structure of the home looked nice and sound and big, and the siding on the exterior looked of the newer construction, but it could have just been remodeled. So that's what I was looking at.
I personally don't think that they built a lot of homes with front porches, and that's why I was guessing it was going to be an older home. Again, didn't realize it was 1909. Easily passed for that, but 1934, I mean, that's, again, where neighbors were talking to neighbors, and that's what we like. So. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just want the view. I don't care the age of the home.
Big brick building. Let's see.
Ooh, this one is tough. Because again, the style, the architecture that they put into it could be something that was a little bit more modern. It could be something that's a little bit older. So this one is tough.
That's tough. That's what I was looking at too. It could be made to look like it's an older home, right? And it's a newer construction. So I'm gonna go with
I think I'm
2001.
gonna lose this one here. Okay, I came up with 1998. So we were both thinking it's a little bit more modern. Now watch, it's going to be older. 1926. So that home is beautiful home, as you can see, beautiful views up in Kings Height, which is just north of Arlington Heights, looking over the Northwest River up there. And again, I could see it being that old or older as that because of the brick, but I also see some people trying to replicate some of these older homes by building them newer. So that one was a tough one, and both of us were off. I would have guessed older, but I said, no, it's going to be newer. So anyways, I want to know how you guys did. Who came closer than I did? Please comment below. Okay, here we're off to our next topic now, and the question is, what's the most common pest problem identified during a home inspection? He better get this right compared to me. So let's see, what do we have?
Common. Are we talking in the Northwest, or are we talking overall?
Here in the Northwest, here, this is us. This is us. We don't know the rest, so
What's the best problem in the
I'm
Northwest?
going to say,
It's a kind of a tricky one. If we're talking about the Northwest, I'm gonna say, okay,
all right. What do you come up with? I came up with ants.
I got mice.
Okay, so you see more mice than you do ants. Let's see
do.
what the question answer is. Answer is termites.
See, overall, I would have said termites.
Well,
We don't see a lot of whole termites in the Northwest.
yeah. So that could be where termites are normally is in the heat. We do have the similar problem. Usually the termites are brought in, and this is my opinion of it. Termites are brought in when we bring wood from the outside. You know, from down south, bring it up here. Termites are there. But my understanding is that they usually freeze and die after the first winter. Not always true, especially if they're on an exterior door or something like that. But instead of termites, what we get is carpenter ants. So any dry wood, dry rotted wood that you have is just kind of like saying, hello, here's the candy store, to termites and carpenter ants. So you want to address that right away. Otherwise, you're going to have major issues later on. Get rid of that because you're just saying, come on in, water's fine, eat away.
Yep.
So termites, cool.
Try to keep all that moist wood, any of firewood that you tend to want to put against your house, any old construction material, you don't want that against your house. That's just going to invite termites and carpenter ants.
Good,
They
very
love
good.
the wetness.
So I was really kind of surprised though it wasn't mice. I was thinking it would be too. All right, so which issue is most likely to be missed during the inspection of a newly constructed home? Okay, most likely missed.
I don't miss anything. Let's see. Insufficient sealing of windows and doors. I'm gonna
Tough one.
say-
Because we're hoping our builders are taking care of all these issues already.
Yes.
But again, even new construction homes, I suggest that you get
I'm gonna
inspection done. All right,
Ready?
what do you got?
I got C.
I got C2. Ooh, so either
we're
both of us
tied.
are wrong or both of us are right. And the answer
And
is
the answer is insufficient
B,
sealing
insufficient
of
sealing of windows and doors. Okay, I do see that, I guess. I'm not exactly sure where they're talking about. I have noticed, you know, where you can see daylight when you close a door, so usually you just have them reseal it, or they forgot to put in the little strip that needs to go in there. But
For windows,
I've never had a window caught, so maybe it is that all of us are just missing it. But
I
you
feel
wanna
like
make sure
windows
those-
would be harder to miss because when you have a broken seal on a window, you're going to see the fogging if it's a double pane window. You're going to catch that. So it does. I find it interesting that that's one that's missed.
Yeah. And I think maybe they might be talking about around the window, usually on the inside. The caulking on the outside is usually fairly good, but on the inside of the window too, because I know my caulking is failing already, so I need to go in and recaulk the inside of my window. So maybe that's it. Who knows?
Could be.
Let us know how you did. I'd love to hear if anybody got that one right. The final question of the day is, what is the most common material for modern residential water supply lines?
This is an easy one.
This is an easy one. Well,
me.
thank you for showing me your answer
Did I?
after I already answered it, though. So thank you. That helped me out because I'm sometimes confused. What did you come up with?
I came up with C.
PEX. So,
water lines are used.
I'd like to ask you this question because you have copper, lead, and PVC. Why are those not used anymore? We had used lead in the past, and we see why that isn't used, but then we went to copper. So I'm curious why copper isn't used, and then PVC. Why did they go away from those two?
Well, for copper, there's a couple of reasons. One, copper erodes just like any other metal material. Over time, you can get pinholes in the copper causing a leak. There's also the soldering joints, which can, when you're replacing piping or having the new install, there's risk of fire if you're not doing it properly when you install it. So that's why it's more safe to use the PEX tubing.
Then I can see the lead in the solder too.
And the lead in
And
the
then
solder as
why not PVC?
PVC, I believe it's the chemicals in the plastic.
Gotcha. Very good. Because this is in our water supply. We don't want to be drinking those chemicals.
Don't want to drink those chemicals.
Awesome. Very good topics today. I'm glad that we had Dan here with Room by Room. You know, it gives me more confidence in having him as an inspector for my clients. So you should feel confident too. So thank you very much for playing along. We do enjoy it. We always enjoy your comments. And if there's a topic that you want to see on the next Real Estate Showdown, let us know. We'd love to hear it. And as always, please like and subscribe and follow us so you can see what the next Real Estate Showdown is about. And if you need a home inspection and I'm not your realtor, well, I'm sorry about that, but always reach out to Dan with Room by Room for your home inspection.
Thanks, guys.